Hey guys, Francesco here, and today I just wanna talk about how to master anything. Is a topic that a lot of guys and you guys have to deal with. How to become good at A, B, C, this or that, and it's something that honestly work and work again. And yeah, just today I just wanna explain you four simple steps and on how to master anything. So before I start, you know, defining ABC, I just wanna define, what mastery is, right? So mastery is basically, becoming good at something, right? And I mean, extremely good. That's why they call it master, right? So someone that, something that becomes so simple, but at the same time, comes from doing the hard stuff, right? Comes from practice, from comes from studying a lot of different variables that at the end of the makes the difference. And yeah, so how do you define what success look like, right? And in this case, they are really correlated, because I mean, who are you to tell me what is good and what is bad, right? So you have to define for yourself what actually your definition of mastery is, right? For me it was that, but at the end of the day, success and mastery are pretty correlated. And so what is actually your definition of success, right? Like, for everyone has a different opinion. And yeah, I just want to say that for some it all comes to to the money, to some all comes to the result. For me at least, it comes to being aligned to what the season of life demands the most of me, right? So as I told you before, everyone is different. So yeah, so how to get really good, right? So I just wanna introduce the concept that I just thought about, that is the concept of laser time. That is a period where you basically immerse in something really deeply, and basically it's a really strategic thing that you do it for yourself, you do it for others, and you have to plan it out. At the same time, it may be as simple as planning a goal at the end of 3 months, right? Hitting that amount of revenue, whatever it is with your agency, with your result, right? And apart from this, that goal gives you a direction. I just want to say that at least the biggest threat I found out is not even failure itself, or what you will find out, the obstacles, the problems, but the main thing has always been boredom actually, right? And a lot of people find it this way, yeah, right? When they're not having fun with what you're doing, I mean, at the end of the day they are inevitably gonna burn out, right? So how do you have fun? First of all, like, at least what I found out is very simple: to change, experiment, always study the game. And just by doing these two things, will be inevitable to not have fun in what you're doing, right? But there's a lot of other stuff that I always already explained in one video, so check it out. So as I was saying before, I will tell you 4 steps in order to become great at what you're doing. So the first one, as I told before, is define what mastery and what success look like in your current season of life, right? Is it are your actions aligned to what you are trying to achieve? Are your actions good or bad? At least trying to be as empirical, as numeric as possible. So from a scale to 1 to 100, at least name 3 actions that are good for you, or at the end of the day are destroying your day. Refining. And the second part is really define it in a very simple way, like define what success look like in 3 sentences. It could be wherever it is, right? But be extremely precise with it. And yeah, at the end of the day, if at the end of that period you don't find out that you haven't achieved it, it's not that big problem, right? But at least you try and over again, and we actually achieve it, right? And the third part is actually community, right? It actually has to be something that you have to deal with, because at the end of the day, you know, I find it that a lot of people don't even think about get serious about getting goals, right? And that's not a problem, but you have to be really cautious about the trade-off that you are dealing with, right? So commit it and be good at it. And the fourth part is actually recovery, right? So yeah, that's the number one thing that leads to burnout, right? If you're not recovering from what you're doing, especially in this internet era where we have inputs from left to right, it's extremely difficult, right? So I would say having no stimulating recovery is the best thing that you could have. Also things that relax your body, like saunas, ice bath, massages. These are perfect things. Training too, you release all the strain inside yourself. So I just wanna resume all these concepts in a three main thing, right? So the first one is make it simple, right? Define it, and that's it. What success look like, at least for you, right? And when you find out obstacles and even failure on a day-to-day basis, don't look at it as purposely as a failure, but as an objective data. Happens, it will not happen only for you but for everybody. So take actions, make it simple, recover, and even if you fail, remember that it's not the end of the world.